All right, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far. Our next speaker is Umesh Chopra. He is a Market Intelligence Manager at Sharjah Cooperative Society. Please join me in welcoming Umesh to our virtual stage.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the sessions until now. So here I am, Umesh Chopra. I'm a Market Intelligence Manager at Sharjah Corp. I'm here to talk about customer engagement, loyalty programs, data, and how we can integrate everything all together for the best targeting for our customers. So just to introduce about my organization. So I belong to a company known as Sharjah Corp. As the name would suggest, we are a cooperative based out of UAE. You would have known about UK Corp. Just like that, we are one of the oldest, almost old as UAE as a country as well. We were established in 1977. We are a grocery retailer, and now we have started expanding our footprint in mall retailing as well. We have a good network of 44 branches and a strong digital arm, be it on e-commerce as well as on social media channels. And with that, we are one of the leading retailers. We have the highest market share within the Sharjah Emirate. Our belief, just like any co-op, is for working for the community, working for the betterment of the community. But at the same time, we do a growth which is sustainable in nature, and it provides best benefit to our shareholders. So that's about us. Now I'll jump to the problem statement. The whole presentation is designed around the real life case scenario of Sharjah Corp and how we overcome that scenario. So this scenario you would have seen many a times in your industry, and it happens in grocery industry as well. But grocery was a bit different during COVID. What happened was that people stocked up. New people tried new kind of retailers. We being hyper super kind of a retailer, people flocked into our market. And 2020 was a great year. But as soon as 2021 started, we had to face market reality. And the market reality was that the consumers were becoming more rational in nature, even for grocery shopping. Yeah, I mean, many of you would have, read the book Thinking Fast and Slow by Professor Dr. Daniel Kahneman. What he says is that shopping eventually will become an autopilot. But the macro conditions such as COVID does not allow that. People are becoming more rational, so it is not becoming autopilot. And this is very evident from the fact that people started going less on shopping. So there were 43 million less shopping trips compared to 383 million last year. And it didn't result in increasing the basket size. Basket size was stable. So in essence, the category went down. And UAE being the melting pot of different nationalities, different cultures, we saw the spends going down across all nationalities, different kind of nationalities. And people became more of a, high promo spenders. So it was not a great situation to be in. And over and above, when we look at our market share, in 2019, we were playing around 20-21%. And suddenly, as I said, we saw a jump in market share during the peak of COVID when people stocked up and new people came in. We reached 27-26%. But as soon as the COVID ended, we didn't come back to the same levels, but we came down. We are now maintained at 20-23% shares. So what we realized was that, it will be more difficult to acquire new customers. So people came, but they didn't stick to us. And other than that, I mean, one is the acquisition part, but in terms of retention also, it becomes more vital. So these people I acquired during COVID as a customers, but they didn't retain. I mean, if they don't retain, then my whole idea of gaining the market share goes for a toss. So then we came up with an idea that, sustaining loyalty, forget about loyalty programs, sustaining loyalty was a need of the hour. And we brainstorm all together that what is the key ingredient to all of the loyalty. Since we were late in the entry to loyalty program, so we had a lot of learning. One learning we had was let's keep it super simple. For a customer, he has faced a lot of complexities. Let's keep it simple for him when it comes to loyalty program. At the same time, loyalty program internally, from a business perspective, should only be used as a tool. It should only be a means to an end. Unless until you have a good engagement program designed around loyalty program is not of much use. It should be emotional because at the same time, I want to win the hearts of the customers. I don't want just their wallet. I win the heart of the customer. Then only they will come again and again. And personalization is the need of an hour when it comes to nowadays consumers, not only in grocery retail. In general, they are faced with so much personalization on social media, on different kind of channels. That personalization was needed even in grocery retail. And again, UAE as a melting pot, I need to know that this person is an Indian in the age group of 20 to 30. Their spending habits are this, they like these kind of product, and I need to create campaigns around it. So loyalty programs should be able to answer me on that front. And last but not the least, I can't wait to start one strategy after other. I need to move both acquisition and retention starting from day one. I can't afford to have different strategies, different time periods for both of them. With that in mind, we launched a program, MyCop, it's called MyCop Rewards. And the program was very simple. 1 dirham you spend, that's a currency of UAE, you earn 1 point. And you start redeeming on the go. So people collect points on everything they buy. We don't put criteria of category, and they start redeeming on the go. But loyalty program is just as good as that. It has to be simple. If you don't have an engagement around it, loyalty program is of no use. So what we decided at the start of the program, first and foremost, customer lifetime value is much more important. So other than charging fees for people to join a loyalty program, just give it them for free. I mean, you won't gain a lot while charging them for a loyalty program. We want people to come in and win the hearts. Second, give them some welcome points. Encourage them to shop, when they come to us. Third, give them some bonus points. So yes, they understand 1 dirham is 1 point. Why don't I give them multiplier of 3, multiplier of 4 on certain products during certain time of promotions? And use supplier sponsor. Don't invest your own money. Ask suppliers to sponsor it. It will see an increase in volumes of suppliers as well. Fourth, try to celebrate inclusivity. We are a multicultural environment. When we need to acquire new customer, we need to appreciate each and every activity. So be it Women's Day, be it a certain kind of localized celebration, be it certain kind of a cultural celebration. So loyalty program, the engagement has to be around it. Lastly, and not the least, automate all your hyper-personalized campaign. You can't do everything on your own. You need to celebrate birthday weeks. You need to celebrate anniversaries, create the programs around it. So with that in mind, we understood that, yes, a cost to attain a new customer is always greater than cost of retaining a customer. Hence, retention plan must start from the day of the launch of the program. In that, what we need to do is we need to value those who spend a lot. So what we did was we classified people as VIP, those who spend a lot. What we do is go beyond the program and send them thank you certificate with goodies. So they should be the first one to know about the new launches. They should get specialized treatment in branches. And secondly, crowdsource improvement, because once you have the permanent consumer panels, permanent people on board, they will tell you what is a need of improvement. You need to establish these panels. Third, give carrot to those who don't come back. So retention, start with giving a carrot. If they come back, don't let them go. Keep on analyzing what they are doing. Go to the levels of customer. You don't analyze at a category level, at a section level. Go to a level of customer, understand what do they want, what makes them come back. If they don't, call, meet them. This may sound very simple, but a frank conversation helps to improve. And lastly, people who have not spent, they have points and they are not redeeming, remind them. Please remember, loyalty should not be used, loyalty points should not be used as a liquid cash. If you start using them as liquid cash, then we are not able to get the success. And last but not the least, use QR codes. This is the in the moment thing, and you should use it in the stores, in online. Ask people for in the moment feedback. Dedicate your resources in your head office who can solve these in the moment concerns and win back your customers. At the end of the day, when it comes to marketing, please remember your marketing for an acquisition is different from a marketing of a retention. Marketing acquisition has to be on websites, on emails, on social media, because here you need to acquire and not everybody you acquire will stay. But when it comes to retention, it all has to be around the customer service. It has to be your loyalty programs, your incentive has to be around the quality, that aspect becomes much more important when it comes to retention. Your social media does not work a lot in retention, but what works is email, personalized messaging, the push notification. Those things work much more when it comes to retention. The second thing, which is part of my presentation, is zero party, first party data. And we need to realize that, cookieless world is the next world. By 2022, the three major providers of, Safari, Chrome, Firefox, they've all said that they will stop, cookies. They will transition away from third-party cookies. And what we have realized is your zero party and first party data are the most important one, because these data are something which is very much customized. These data build your direct relationship with customers, and they're self-reported data at the end of the day. So if a customer comes to me and tell me his preference inside, his purchase intention, his date of birth, mailing address, that's much more accurate than a third-party data, which is social media page likes or inferred household income, or even second party data wherein we ask people for that information. That first is not accurate. Your personalization campaigns will never succeed. Your personalization campaigns succeed with zero party and first party. And we have gone away from analyzing any second party and third party data and purely relying on collecting and implementing zero and first party data. And that way we are able to personalize our marketing efforts. We have created a systematic, engaging process for collecting zero-party data and then overlaying it with first-party data to build a great way to build that trust and then continue engaging the customers over time. So that data capture becomes much more important in this hyper-personalized world. From the perspective of how do we integrate everything all together? So when it comes to finally, at the end of the day, we have to do a marketing. It has to be a contextual marketing. But contextual marketing, we have a marketing cloud. We have a SAP marketing cloud, but it revolves. Your marketing cloud should come at the end. First and foremost, what you need to do, and I will go anti-clockwise, is customer touchpoint. You need to upgrade your customer touchpoint. That means your POS, your mobile app, your website, your customer care should give as accurate data as possible and as seamless as possible. It should come together from different touchpoints. Second is you should have a good loyalty management solution. It can be in-house, it can be a third party, but main thing is that all the engagement activities you are planning, it should be able to run those engagement activities. Otherwise, you will plan a lot of stuff, but if it is not possible, then it's of not of much. Third is the data analytics. So once you have good touch point, you have good loyalty management. Data analytics is very important. You need to have a dedicated team for this because you need to understand, if I recall correctly and if I say correctly, you need to understand each customer. Without data analytics team, without resources there, you can't understand them. So you can't jump into a marketing activation without investing in good resources for DA. Last, not the least, is a marketing automation. You need to create and visualize personalized customer journeys to send them right message at right time and at right place. So all in together then becomes your marketing cloud, which becomes a more powerful tool. And this has to be integrated with the traditional nudge. Don't forget the traditional nudge. Like in our cases, we created operational competition between different branches that who can acquire the most customers in a week time, in a month's time. Like I said, we created permanent panels with customers. So all this data is a quantitative data, but we still need those qualitative inputs. For that, there were permanent panels. So all this put together is a real integration which can happen, and that can make your program a success. After we have done all of this, then is the time to bring on board partners, because you can do maximum. Your loyalty program can reach maximum number of customers, you can retain maximum numbers of customers, but you need to grow. For us, you need to go beyond grocery. So we partnered with our existing suppliers. So to them, it was all about, okay, I have a loyal set of customers. If you give them this much % discount on a long-term basis, what happens is they come to Sharjah Corp, and Sharjah Corp becomes a category, a driver or a shop retailer of choice for that particular category. So why don't you come and partner with us? Then we also partnered with OEM. So forget suppliers, Pepsi's of the world, Ferrero of the world. What can make a loyalty program advantage for them is that it can create targeting at all levels of funnel. So be it awareness to consideration to building evoke customer base, because we have customer information. So our zero party and first party data that way becomes much more stronger. So they don't need to do market research. They come to us, activate a campaign, see a result, and then they can take a call. The third most important thing is tenants. So now we are entering into a retailing business. So we have a huge pool of tenants in our forte. So we need to drive footfall to their stores. Plus, a cross-point exchange program can be created with them. So you buy from Sharjah Corp, you earn MyCorp points, you go to a tenant A, you consume those points there, you get points from there. It is a fashion retailer, you get points from there, consume at Sharjah Corp, and that way your cross-point exchange will help person come to the mall where my store is located, and even if they were not planning to buy grocery, then they buy. The fourth important partner is an institutional partner. Like we being a semi-government entity, for us, it was a very important thing that we partner with all government institutions, bring on board their employees, make those employees as customer, give them additional benefit than the regular customers. And that way we gain customers in bulk. And last, not the least, financial partners, because you can't succeed on this cross-point exchange. You can't succeed on spender analytics because you only know how customer is spending with you. You don't know how much they're spending in the grocery part of the business. So he might be spending a lot of $1,000 with me, but those $1,000 might mean only 10% of his grocery share. And then comes a retail aspect. So financial partners can help you solve this query. So that's about it. I mean, in summary, I would say that, we have learned through the journey, and I wanted to share this journey with us. At the end of the day, what we have done is we have till date acquired 137,000 customers in a span of 4 months, and we are very happy about it. And since we were late in this journey and had a lot of learnings coming from here and there, we could apply it. Hope you also learned something out of this presentation. You can feel free to get in touch with me later on. Thanks a lot for it. Thank you.
Wow, Umesh, thank you so much for sharing. That was awesome. And I know this virtual audience is giving you a huge virtual round of applause. If you can stop sharing your screen, we're going to send the audience right to their next session. Awesome. Thank you again. All right, for the audience, it's time for you to make your way to your next session. Along the way, make sure you accept your connection request and take some time to check out our amazing exhibits. Thanks so much, and we'll see you around.